And we are back, y'all. It's your boy Meech, man. I'm back in the studio, back home, back off of vacation, and it feels good. It feels good. Unfortunately, though, and before I get into all that, man, I just wanna thank y'all guys for continue to rocking with us, man. Get in those comment sections, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, man. Check out our sponsors over at 4TF the brand, 4TFclothingclothes.com. Use code STEELTALK. Get your 25% off, man. But like I said, I'm back home. We back in the house. We back in the Steelers domain. You know, vacation is always a hit and a miss. Like when you there for long, you be missing home, like missing your bed, missing your shower, missing your TV, you know, just everything, just missing home. But then when you get home, it's damn, I wish I was still on vacation, man. It's like a back to reality. You know, oh man, let me go back to vacation, man. Back home, man, like I said, we're back off vacation. It's draft week. We got the draft coming up Thursday. Yeah, man, we got to get into it. Steelers had a press conference today. We're going to get into that a little bit later. We got Adam Schefter saying the Steelers going to take Shedeur at 21. And when he speaks, it don't just be no crazy off-the-wall stuff. Like, it coming with some pressure behind it. So he don't just get on there and talk crazy, you know. Not Adam Schefter. And also we got Omar Khan and just how he's been operating the draft. And so there's a lot of stuff going on with that. Like I said, we're going to get into that. But first, let's go ahead and talk about it. Adam Schefter, Shedeur Sanders coming to the Steelers. Is it a smokescreen? I don't think so. I think it's more of the Steelers didn't know that Shedeur would possibly be available at the start of this. When we were sitting here negotiating before even negotiations, the last couple games of the season, when we sitting here debating between Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, it was in nobody's mindset that, hey, there's a possibility that Shedeur Sanders will be there at 21. That wasn't the thinking. So we didn't go to his pro day. We did bring him in for the top 30 visit, but that was after we had already brought Colorado players in. So it was like, oh, snap. Okay, hold on. There's a possibility now that this guy will fall. And we kind of, I don't want to say we kind of blew it on Fields, $30 million. I mean, yeah, you can give it to him. You can give him $30 million, but I don't know. So the Steelers was dead set. We're not giving you $30 million. It's $20 million, and that's it. So, yeah, now that it's a possibility to get Shedeur Sanders, yeah, it's on your mind. So now you have to go and do your research on that player. And so that's all that is. I don't think it's a smokescreen. I think it's more of maybe we're going to juice up this love for Shedeur and possibly try to get more for trading back with somebody. So, and the thing about Shedeur is, like, he's not a bad quarterback. So it's just the Steelers got other needs at certain positions, and you have limited draft capital to go and check those needs off the box. So that's the only thing about that is you got other needs. So selecting a quarterback in the first round at the beginning of this was never on the top tier of the chopping block. It became that way after noticing, hey, some of these teams are not as high on Shedeur as everybody thought teams would be at the beginning of this. Then you had the Aaron Rodgers situation. Okay, boom, I'm going to get Justin Fields and bring in Aaron Rodgers. I think that was the route that we were trying to go on. Because the Steelers always go with 4 quarterbacks in the beginning of the season. Training camp, mini camp, all that. It was always 4 quarterbacks. It's going to be 4 quarterbacks. Omar Khan said that in his press conference today. So it's always going to be 4 quarterbacks. So now, as things change, the draft developed, combine was out there, pro days out there, top 30 visits, here we go, draft is Thursday. Now there's that possibility. Do I think the Steelers take him at 21? I actually do. Do I want the Steelers to take him at 21? I actually don't. But if you're going to take any quarterback at 21 first round, it got to be him. So Shedeur, he can be, to me, that next tier of quarterback. And I'm looking at, I define that as like a CJ Stroud, a Jaden Daniels, a Jalen Hurts, those type of quarterbacks that, yeah, they rookie season, like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels. I don't think nobody expected Washington to be that good last year. It's just like C.J. Stroud coming to the Texans. I don't think nobody thought the Texans was going to be that good. Now, what they call it, that sophomore slump, that second year, when they hit that wall, like we got to see what happens with Jaden Daniels now. C.J. Stroud, yeah, he was good, but it got a little bit tougher, Things really didn't go as planned, And now they bringing in, or brought in Diggs and all that stuff. So, yeah, you had to go and tinker that. It's hard to repeat. Sanders coming in, I feel like he can be that C.J. Stroud, Jalen Hurts, or Jaden Daniels to the Steelers. Yes, the first year might be great. I'm not saying he's going to take us there. A rookie quarterback taking you to the Super Bowl and winning? Nah, I'm not putting no money in that. If that was the betting odds, Meech ain't doing it. Okay? I ain't doing it. But I feel like he's going to bring something to the table. So, yeah, the whole notion on being all in on Shedeur Sanders, I think it's more of to juice it up, to juice up the trade back value, I would say. For example, the Bills. If the Bills move up and select Matthew Golden, select Golden, you get more in return for that 21st pick. Trade back, running through the ringer because we so in love with Sanders and we want that guy over anybody else. Get them to give you more to take that pick. And then you still go, and then you go and you get a Kenneth Grant, a Walter Nolan, or Emeka Ibuka. It can still have an A for that first round grade. I feel like all that can just work out so fine. So when the question is if the Steelers are doing a smoke screen, might be. And here's the thing: the Steelers are evolved themselves in every aspect of this draft. So you don't know. We possibly can take a running back first round. This draft is hard to determine what the Steelers are going to actually do because we need a quarterback. We need a running back. You need Cam Hayward's replacement. You got to build these trips. Like, it's things that's coming up, and the Steelers have to. We have to know if that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I think it's hard to pick Sanders first round and check all your other boxes and not getting a second round pick. You trading back, I'm all aboard. I'm all for. Staying at 21, I'm all for. I think trading back can give you more wiggle room in a sense to make your moves or to go back to how you planned it. How, in my mind, how I planned the draft: D tackle first round, running back second, quarterback third, or wide receiver, quarterback fourth. You can still possibly do that with trading back. Staying at 21 is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for you to trade up in the second round because then teams going to be like, oh, yeah, we already know this sucker. They got to get back in the second round. So, yeah, run it up. Run it up, Chief. Run it up, Chief. So I just feel like at the end of the day, the biggest need for the Steelers, we have to take D tackle. We have to take the D tackle. Fix the run game. Get Cam Hayward replacement because it's coming up soon. It could be next year. It could be another year. But I'm not putting it past 4 years. It's coming up soon. So you got to go ahead. You got to go ahead and get that replacement. And if you're going to get that replacement, Harmon is the next Cam Hayward build. Next Cam Hayward build. And the Steelers love him. So even if Kenneth Grant is not there, you can still go get Harmon, another guy you like, out of there. So you have to take D tackle to fix the run game and to replace Cam Hayward. Trade back, get D tackle, pick running back second round. Possible to pick from, like I said, Kenneth Grant, Harmon, Nolan, and get the second pick or 2/3 if you're trading back. So that's something that I would like for them to do. If you're trading back, got to get the second, at least a high enough pick in the second round, a decent pick in the second round, early second round, mid second round. I take that too. The possibility of getting 2 third-round picks. Either way it go, you got to get my ideal situation. You got to get in that second round. You'll have to. So, like I said, Harmon is the next Cam Hayward. Trading up puts you in a bind more than trading back. So, like I said, you'll be a sucker to all them teams coming up there if you trade up and then try to trade back into the second. It gets messy at that point. Let's keep it simple. Let's go get these pieces, build these trenches up, and then we move on for there. So let's get into it. A lot of things been going on. Steelers GM operating the draft. A lot of conversations out there. Well, he's not better than Kevin Colbert. Oh, what's the comparison with him and Kevin Colbert? First of all, Kevin Colbert, and I refrained from saying his name for a while, but at this point, whatever. The cat's out the bag. We already know. Kevin Colbert was a good GM. He operated the draft very well for a long time. Now, did he miss in the draft? Yeah. Did he miss by a whole lot in the draft? Yeah, definitely did that. But he also hit too. So Omar Khan, this is his third draft. Didn't have a lot of first round picks when he first came in, left on the team. Besides Cam Hayward, TJ Watt. He drafted Troy Fautanu and Jones. So this is third draft. Honestly, seeing them two moves right there, Troy and Jones, A pluses to me. And you got to throw in Zach Frazier, but just first rounders, Troy and Jones, Robert Jones, A plus to me. He doing okay. He's building the trenches. That's it. We had problems with the offensive line for the longest. Omar Khan came in there and said, okay, we're going to draft these two guys and put this guy at center. First two. Jones was first, and we traded up for Jones, Robert Jones, Troy Fautanu, Zach Frazier, great additions to the O-line. Omar did that. So you traded up for Jones. Troy, you sat and you waited for what? And we also got to bring Darnell Washington. You traded back to get him. So Omar Khan's operation of the draft has been spot on. So, and this is why I said it's a new era of the Steelers. And it's low-key back to how Kevin Colbert first came in. We're going to build the trenches up. The O-line was decent for a while, but then it got to the point at the end of Kevin Colbert lived. Oh, we're not worried about the O-line. We're just going to draft these pieces. Reach for this, reach for that, reach for this. Devin Bush, reach. You traded up for him. Kenny Pickett, you took him in the first round. No, trading up for Bush at the time, it was like, okay, I can see why you did it, but no. But me personally, I feel like you did it just so he didn't go to the Bengals. So, hey, I don't know. So, when you looking at them two, yeah, Kevin Colbert started off good. Omar Khan started off great. Can he keep it going? That's to see. He also fleeced Chase Claypool to the Bears for a second-round pick, the first pick in the second round. Turn that into Joey Porter. Where's Chase Claypool now? Last time I checked, he was playing Canadian football or something. Going to the XFL. I don't know. Not in the league anymore. So he had to stint with Miami. From the Bears, I think from Bears to Miami, nothing happened since. So same thing with Bush. And Bush came out there after his injury at the time, and it was asked the question, if the Steelers going to move on from you, how do you feel about it? He said, I'm still be in the NFL. The door's right there. Hey, the door's right there. Go right ahead. Because we all knew you wasn't the same after the injury. He knew that. Everybody knew that. When we played the Steelers, run the ball at Devin Bush and let's see what happens. I know he can't tackle me. So Omar Khan, so far in the draft, has been doing this thing. And you cannot tell me otherwise. The Troy Fautanu injury, something you can't predict. He stepped on a man's foot, threw his knee out of place. Okay, that's football. That's not on Omar. That's not on Tomlin. That's not even on Troy himself. Like, hey, it happens. Now, in my eyes, Troy, you get a pass. Your second year is your first year. So I'm judging you on what you're doing this year. Omar, the jury's not out on him yet. Okay? It's not out on him. Jones, we knew Jones was a stud. Hey, Tomlin, how about you put him on the right side? He get that this year. Jones, you got to prove it year. Troy, you got to prove it year. Zach, you did well first year. Let's see if you can do it again second. So that goes back to what I said. Like, it's a prove it year for the Steelers. It's a prove it year for everybody. The whole team, organization, Omar Khan, everybody. O-line coach, definitely. Pat Mine? Yeah, boy. Yeah, because honestly, low-key, and I don't like to call for people's jobs and nothing like that, but hey, this offseason, let's go ahead and get a new O-line coach in there. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and do that right now. So we'll see. I think Omar's main priority right now is building them trenches. He started with the O-line. This draft, we're going to the D-line. And if you sit there and double dip on the D-line, I would not be mad about at all. I'm telling you, I would not be mad about. And Jalen Ramsey out there too. And don't tell me the Steelers can't make that happen. Don't tell me they can't make that happen. Miami said, we don't care about the money. We're going to pay him. We're going to pay him. Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, and Joey Porter. I'll wait. Boy, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Throw it. I dare you. I dare you. And if anybody think Jalen Ramsey ain't still got it, go look at what he did last year. It was just a team he owned. It was just a team he's on. Yeah, I'm with it all day. It'd probably be, what, 17 mil? Says 17 mil against the cap. His draft bonus, roster bonus already gonna hit. Come on. Omar Khan, he can really do some things now, y'all. We just don't know what's going on. And if anybody tell you that they know what's going on, because the Steelers are not trying to show their hand. Go back and look at the press conference today, and we're gonna get into some of them things, points from there. But yeah, the Steelers ain't trying to tell you nothing. They ain't even trying to hint at what they're gonna do. Trading up, moving back, staying there. What? Nothing. What's the other additions coming? Because it's gonna be plans. It's going to be acquisitions after the draft. So we just gotta wait and see. The Steelers. Hey, Omar Khan, I'm telling you, he got the opportunity. So, and let's get into this also that I wanted to say. This whole notion that Omar Khan or the Steelers GM, Mike Tomlin, Arthur Smith, cannot develop and pick quarterbacks. And I can't, in that statement right there, you can't even include Omar because this is his third draft. He didn't pick Kenny Pickett. He was given Kenny Pickett. So let's take him out of that. Arthur Smith just got here. And when it came to the vet that everybody's saying the Steelers should go get right now, a veteran quarterback over essentially a rookie, because he wasn't doing nothing in the league before we got him. So Justin Fields. Arthur Smith wanted Fields over Russ. And when it came to Fields being in the game, it was a totally different playbook. It was totally different play calls. Fields was running with the ball. And he was also throwing it. He wasn't taking deep shots unless it was just wide the freak open. So I don't think you could necessarily say that too with him. And I think the numbers last time with Arthur Smith and Ryan Tannehill was like 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, close to 4,000 yards. Like, hey, and that's Ryan Tannehill. He's at home right now. So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Arthur Smith can definitely do something with a quarterback. Is it going to be outstanding and amazing? Blah, 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 first year Super Bowl? No, I don't think so. But I think if you give those guys time, that O-line continue to gel, it could be there. Now, when you talk about Mike Tomlin can't develop a young quarterback, I disagree too. We drafted 4 quarterbacks in the last 10 years, 4th round or higher. No one hit, but has been decent backups. Kenny Pickett is the only first rounder. When you comparing that to, that's Landry Jones, Dixon. What was his first name? I don't know his first name. Landry Jones, Dixon, Josh Dobbs, and Kenny Pickett. None of them were the guys in their draft. None of them ever. And I think Jones and Dobbs maybe were 4th, 5th rounders somewhere up in there, or Dixon maybe was a 5th rounder, 7th rounder. So come on, y'all. These guys were never going to be the guys to carry any team. And if you want to sit there and say, well, when them guys left, they didn't do anything, maybe not Jones, Dixon either. But Josh Dobbs? Come on now. Dobbs is over there learning playbooks faster than anybody ever in a season. Come on now. Like, he went somewhere and did something, became better. Justin Fields came here. Sorry, not sorry. Was a loser in the NFL. You went to a losing organization, the Bears. Trash. Sorry, not sorry. Came over here, brought a loser in. He started, became a winner. Was a winning quarterback. 4-2. Like, had a winning record. He came over here and showed potential of what he can be in a great organization that builds, that's really working to do something. Not over there making crazy decisions or whatever. 3 offensive coordinators in the man's first 3 years or something like that. Now, he chose to go get another one, but hey, that's his decision. Cool. But you came to the Steelers, you played well enough to get $30 million. Now, you could say the Jets was going to pay that anyway. The Jets going to do anything. But still, if Fields was trash, he wouldn't have got no $30 million offer. Come on, y'all. And no, that's not a lot of money, but that's decent. That's great money for Fields. possible last ditch effort if everything fails in New York. So I'd take Fields as a backup quarterback. I would, hands down. Oh, you say he can't throw? Don't worry about it, Fields. Take off, run, boy. So I'd take him. So out of those quarterbacks right there, come on now, what do y'all really expect Mike Tomlin to do with who? And Mason Rudolph. Mason took us, saved the season. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer saved Christmas and took us to the playoff. Now he lost, but I don't think that's necessarily on him. I think that's more of the Steelers as a whole. We still building this thing. I think the Steelers are the only franchise that really be in a rebuilding, but do not be rebuilding. Like, we still win games. And where does that come from? It's Tomlin. So I do feel like, yeah, Tomlin been in the league for so long, and he's a defensive-minded coach that is easy to pick apart his flaws or failures on the offensive side. But at the same time, bro, the Steelers are always picking mid-round or late round in the first round. Come on. Like, we're not going to get a top guy. We're not going to get a top 5 talent in Pittsburgh at quarterback if we're drafting. Like, yeah, we could probably trade up for him, but I don't see nobody sitting there saying the Steelers should trade up for Cam Ward this year. Why? Because you're not going to give up all that capital. And then you're saying next year's quarterbacks are going to be the guys. So why will I trade up this year for a Cam Ward? Even a Shedeur Sanders. I wouldn't. So, yeah, what the fourth round, maybe 4th, 5th round quarterbacks out there that I could think of, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins. I mean, quarterbacks that actually do something, but actually ain't doing nothing. Dak is not winning you nothing. Dak hasn't won you anything. Kirk Cousins is not winning you nothing. So, I mean, Hall of Famers, they're going to the Hall of Fame at this point. So, like, and people saying, get Dak, trade for Dak. I don't want that contract, and I don't want Dak. Stay right over there. Stay right over there. I'll go get a 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy. I'll go get Brock Purdy over Dak Prescott, and I'll pay him. So the whole notion Smith can't develop quarterbacks, I disagree. Mike Tomlin never really had a true talent since Ben. And you can sit there and say, well, Ben wasn't his. Ben was already there, already a Super Bowl quarterback. That's true. So before I'm willing to say, oh, this guy cannot develop a quarterback, I mean, I got to see it. You only had one first-round pick. You didn't take a quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round. You took him 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds. So I don't get the whole notion about that. So we're that's just the Mike Tomlin haters out there that want Mike Tomlin to just go ahead and fail, lose a job, go somewhere else. I mean, and if he fails at the Steelers, loses his job, trust me, Mike Tomlin's going to another team and probably going to have them exactly where the Steelers are. In contention every time, playoff game. You got to get that first win. And I think continue to build the trenches, adding these pieces, then plugging that quarterback, that's going to get you past that playoff game. 2-year plan, y'all. This year, next year. 2-year plan. So we just got to wait and see. Like, come on, Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush went from Dallas to the Ravens for $8 million. He got better after he left. And half of the time, people were saying you should keep Rush over damn Dak. He was playing so well over there. So, man, it's just what it is. Josh had a little run in the NFL. Josh Dobbs. He got better as he left the Steelers. Who was another quarterback that came in? Gardner Minshew behind Nick Foles. Where is he now? So you can sit there and you can say that, but you can't say that. No, you can't say that at all. I don't care. Mason saves the Steelers season. So I'll rock with Mason this year if I have to. Let's go, Mason. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Here we are again. Do I think Mason can have you, what, the Steelers were, we were 5-2, 7, 8-2? Is that a Mason record starting out? No, I don't think so. I think Mason would probably bring you a 9-8 record or 9-7. That's what I think. I think that's Mason. So Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin's press conference, pre-draft press conference. It's just a couple things from that I wanted to touch bases on. I think right now everything is solely focused on the draft, and we're gonna get more as the draft gets closer and closer. But so the the Aaron Rodgers situation doesn't affect their plan. And that's what I was saying from the longest. You cannot let what Aaron Rodgers do affect how you move in this draft or dictate what you do in this draft. Meaning, if Aaron Rodgers sit there and say, well, I'm holding out because I want to see if the Steelers going to draft a quarterback and put me in a situation like Atlanta and Kirk Cousins. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's fine for you, Aaron. We're still drafting this quarterback. If that's the plan, you feel me? If that's the plan is we're going to draft quarterback first round. You still draft that quarterback first round no matter what Aaron Rodgers thinks. That's just how I feel. I feel like the Steelers should not be held hostage. Like I said before, they're being held hostage, I thought, playing around with the media and all that shit. So the Steelers cannot be held hostage by the Aaron Rodgers situation. Aaron Rodgers cannot come in here and dictate anything. And I said this before, it's Mike Tomlin's team, and I think Aaron Rodgers understands that too. I think it's a mutual understanding between these two guys. So two legends at this game. I think it's a good understanding. So yeah, so the Aaron Rodgers don't affect the draft. Great. That's all I wanted to hear. Another thing, they definitely, like I said before, they definitely getting 4 quarterbacks to start the season. So we got 2 on the roster, Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson. You could say Shedeur Sanders and possibly Aaron Rodgers if he don't retire. Now, if let's say Aaron Rodgers do retire, now that's the thing right there. Who do you go get? Is it a Kirk Cousins? Is it a Ryan Tannehill? I think Joe Flacco got picked up already, so it's tough. And I don't know. Out of the 2, Kirk Cousins or Ryan Tannehill, I think you will say Ryan because the chemistry between him and Arthur Smith. But I don't know. I guess Cousins, but that depends on the trade. And if I gotta give up something substantial for Cousins, then hey, just go get Ryan Tannehill. He'll probably be your third string or second string, depending on if you start the rookie. Who are you putting behind the rookie, Mason or Ryan Tannehill? So, and which is a good competition for Mason. Let's see if you can beat out the old head that been at home chilling. So I think that's a good little start in Ryan Tannehill, though. No, not at all. I don't see that. I'm not with that again. So that definitely getting 4 quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers don't affect the draft plans. That's great. Mike Tomlin on Shedeur Sanders. Mike Tomlin, he likes Sanders, y'all. He like him. He like the maturity level in him. So it reminds him of his kids because his kids from that same COVID area. These guys are so mature. They already know financial wealth because they've been dealing with money for so long with the NIL deals and all that. So he's like, nah, we didn't really talk about his dad at all. We didn't talk about his dad. We talked about his tape. And a lot of things that you need to see from Shedeur, you see it on the tape. His confidence, his maturity, his dog in him. Like that's why I said what I said. My boy like this. So Mike Tomlin love him. I think Shedeur Sanders pairs well with George Pickens and DK Metcalf. You get these 3 teamed up together, man, it's gonna be shit talking everywhere. Don't look wrong because we will get on your head. Hey, I'm telling you, Shedeur ain't afraid. DK ain't afraid. George Pickens just waiting to body slam somebody. He ready to Rey Mysterio somebody. I think it's gonna be great, man. Omar didn't really answer questions on why they would trade up or for who they would trade up. Neither did Mike Tomlin. They just said it was several guys. So we don't have no clue. And like I said, I think that goes into the point of we're going to juice up this value. We're going to let the media keep talking about Sanders to the Steelers. Sanders, oh my God, it's going to make so much sense for the Steelers. Sanders got the possibility to fall. The Saints won't. Jason Dart. Sanders. I think it's all about juicing up that value for that trade, that spot. Teams like Buffalo coming up. Like I said, getting golden. We can run Buffalo through the ringer. Or at least get more, not really run them through the ringer, but at least get more than what we initially probably would have got. So, yeah. So them not answering the questions, and that goes, like I said, nobody knows what the Steelers are going to do. I think there's a strong possibility they do accept that pick for Sanders at 21. But ideally, I don't know. If he's there at 21, I guess you go and you take the quarterback. because he probably wasn't gonna fall he wasn't supposed to fall to you. So, but then there's the whole notion of, hey, I can trade back and get this second round pick to go get a running back. Select Walter Nolan, Kenneth Grant, Harmon, or even Nicky Emawari from USC. So yeah, it's possibilities. I'm gonna be glued into the TV. I need to see what's going on, paying attention, because I think a lot of stuff is going to fall in place once we see what Cleveland and the Jets do. Not the Jets, the Giants do, and also what the Saints do. Those are the teams I'm really keyed in on, because boom, the Browns. If the Browns select Sanders and not Travis Hunter, everything we just talked about is going out the window. You definitely trade back now. Especially, like I said, if those guys still on the board. Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan, Harmon, Emeka Ibuka, Nicky. If those guys still on that board there, and you can possibly trade back and still select them, I think the more and more I talk about this and look into this, man, I'm all for moving back now. Staying at 21 is cool too. Trading up, I'm not with. If you trade up, I'm out of here. If you trade up, man, everything I said about Omar Khan is out of here. He making mistakes already, man. But y'all, this is my time, man. Make sure y'all get in those comment sections. Like, subscribe, hit those bell notifications. Get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. What y'all think the Steelers are doing? Is it a smoke screen? Are we really going to take Shedeur at 21? Is Omar Khan's draft operation so far been A1 to you guys? Make sure you follow us. Like us on Facebook, X, YouTube at SteelTalk25. Our Instagram is at SteelTalk6. Please sure to go and like us, subscribe, follow us. And until next time, man, it's your boy Meech. I'm out. Stay up. Stay blessed. Let's rock.